sister, mine own dear sister, knowest thou what ill there is of all bequeathed by Oedipus, that Zeus fulfills not for us twain while we live? Nothing painful is there, nothing fraught with ruin, no shame, no dishonor, that I have seen in thy woes and mine. And now, what new edict of this which they tell, that our captain hath just published to all Thebes? Knowest thou aught? Hast thou heard? Or is it hidden from thee that our friends are threatened with the doom of our foes?
No word of friends, Antigone, gladsome or painful, hath come to me, since we two sisters were bereft of our brothers twain, killed in one day by twofold blow. And since in this last night the Argive host hath fled, now no more, whether my fortune be brighter or more grievous.
I knew it well, and therefore sought to bring thee beyond the gates of the court, that thou mightest hear alone.
What is it? 'Tis plain that thou art brooding on some dark tidings.
What, hath not Creon destined our brothers, the one to honored burial, the other to unburied shame? Aethioples, they say, was due observance of rite and custom. He hath laid in the earth for his honor among the dead below. But the hapless corpse of Polynices, as rumor saith, it hath been published to the town that none shall entomb him or mourn, but leave unwept, unsepulchred, a welcome store for the birds, as they espy him to feast on at will. Such, 'tis said, is the edict that the good Creon hath set forth for thee, and for me, yes, for me, and is coming hither to proclaim it clearly to those who know it not, nor counts the matter light, but whoso disobeys in aught, his doom is death by stoning before all the folk. Thou knowest it now, and thou wilt soon show whether thou art nobly bred, or the base daughter of a noble line.
Poor sister, and if things stand thus, what could I help to do or undo?
Consider, if thou wilt share the toil of the deed.
In what venture, what can thy meaning?
Wilt thou aid this hand to lift the dead?
Thou wouldst bury him when 'tis forbidden to Thebes?
I will do my part, and thine if thou wilt not, to a brother. False to him will I never be found.
Overbold, when Creon hath forbidden?
Nay, he hath no right to keep me from mine own.
Ah me, think, sister, how our father perished amid hate and scorn, when sins barred his own search, had moved him to strike both eyes with self-blinding hand. Then the mother-wife, two names in one, with twisted noose did despite unto her life. And last, our two brothers, in one day, each shedding hapless one, a kinsman's blood, wrought out with mutual hands their common doom. And now we in turn, we two left all alone, think how we shall perish more miserably than the rest, if in defiance of the law we brave a king's decree or his powers. Nay, we must remember, first, that we were born women, as who should not strive with men. Next, that we are ruled of the stronger, so that we must obey in these things, and in things yet sorer. I, therefore, asking the spirits infernal to pardon, seeing that force is put onto me herein, will hearken our rulers, for 'tis witless to be overbusy.
I will not urge thee, no, nor if thou yet shouldst have the mind, wouldst thou be welcome as a worker with me. Nay, be what thou wilt, but I will bury him. Well for me to die in doing that. I shall rest, a loved one with whom I have loved, sinless for crime. For I owe a longer allegiance to the dead than to the living. In that world I shall abide forever. But if thou wilt be guilty of dishonoring laws which the gods have stabilized in honor,
I do them no dishonor, but to divide the state I have no strength for that.
such be thy plea. I then will go to heap the earth above the brother whom I love.
Alas, unhappy one, I fear for thee.
Fear not for me, guide thine own fate aright.
At least then disclose this plan to none, but hide it closely, and so too will I.
Oh, denounce it. Thou wilt be far more hateful for thy silence, if thou proclaim not these things to all.
Thou hast a hot heart for chilling deeds.
I know that I please where I am most bound to please.
Aye, if thou canst, but thou wouldst what thou canst not.
Why then, when my strength fails, I shall have done.
A hopeless quest, should not be made at all.
If thus thou speakest, thou wilt have hatred from me, and will justly be subject to the lasting hatred of the dead. But leave me and this folly that is mine alone, to suffer this dread thing, for I shall not suffer aught so dreadful as an ignoble death.
Go then, if thou must, and of this be sure, that though thine errand is foolish, to thine dear ones thou art truly dear.
But lo, the king of the land comes yonder, Creon, son of Meneses, our new ruler by the new fortunes that the gods have given. What counsel is he pondering, that he hath proposed this special conference of elders, summoned by his general mandate?
Sirs, the vessel of our state, after being tossed on wild waves, hath once more been safely steadied by the gods. And ye, out of all the folk, have been called apart by my summons, because I knew, first of all, how true and constant was your reverence for the royal power of Lais. How again, when Oedipus was ruler of our land, and when he had perished, your steadfast loyalty still upheld their children. Since then his sons have fallen in one day by a twofold doom, each smitten by the other, each stained with the brother's blood. I now possess the throne and all its powers by nearness of a kinship to the dead. No man can be fully known in soul and spirit and mind until he hath been seen versed in rule and law-giving. For if any, being supreme guide of the state, cleaves not to the best counsels, but through some fear keeps his lips locked, I hold and have ever held him most base. And if any makes a friend of more account than his fatherland, that man hath no place in my regard. For I, Zeus be my witness, who sees all things always, would not be silent if I saw ruin, instead of safety, coming to the citizens. Nor would I ever deem the country's foe a friend to myself, remembering this, that our country is the ship that bears us safe, and that only while she prospers in our voyage can we make true friends. Such are the rules by which I guard this city's greatness, and in accord with them is the edict which I have now published to the folk touching the sons of Oedipus, that Eteocles, who hath fallen fighting for our city, in all renown of arms, shall be entombed and crowned with every right that follows the noblest dead to their rest. But for his brother Polynices, who came back from exile and sought to consume utterly with fire the city of his fathers and the shrines of his fathers' gods, sought to taste of kindred blood and to lead the remnant into slavery, touching this man, it hath been proclaimed to our people that none shall grace him with sepulchre or lament, but leave him unburied, a corpse for birds and dogs to eat, a ghastly sight of shame. Such the spirit of my dealing, and never by deed of mine shall the wicked stand in honor before the just. But whoso hath goodwill to thieves, he shall be honored of me in his life and in his death.
So there's this family. A guy named Oedipus slept with his mother and killed his father. That just opened Pandora's box. Antigone developed a problem with authority after she sought the downfall of her father. Ismene, her sister, and Creon all witnessed the downfall of Oedipus. And as you can imagine, this was too much for Antigone to handle, so a family feud has now arisen, and now I'm here to fix it. So now there's arguments over funeral arrangements. Let's see how this plays out.
You know, Antigone is just so annoying. She keeps saying all of this stuff about funerals. Who even cares? She's still alive. That's the most important thing, and I need to fix it.
I don't know what to do about that girl. If more people see her like that, then they're going to cause more uprisings, and soon I'll have anarchy on my hands.
I don't know what their issue is. I'm just burying my brother. I mean, really? Come on.
Antigone, thank you for coming today. Your family would like to talk to you about some things. Okay. So, Antigone, your wonderful family here has some things they would like to share with you, and they just want you to listen. Go ahead, Ismene.
Antigone, you are my older sister,
and have always looked out for our family despite our quarrels. I love you so very much. But today I need to get something off my chest. Your addiction to disobeying authority has been tearing what remains of this family apart. Your self-destruction and your rebellious attitude had everyone terrified that one day you will be killed. Now it has gone too far. Antigone, Creon is going to kill you. Please let us help you and make this right.
Antigone, do you have anything to say to this man?
You're kidding me, right? Is this a punk show or something? This Mamie, I buried our brother. Uncle Creon had no right to condemn him like that, and you know it. You begged me to take your help, and he found out it was me.
I know where you're coming from, Antigone, but Creon has other duties than family. He was just doing his job. How can you take it personally? We all have a place in this kingdom, and we must respect the king's law.
How can I take it personally? My place? My place was respecting Polynices. He was my family, your family, Creon's family, and he was just as good as man, just as good a man as Aethiopus.
He was a traitor. He deserved his fate.
Okay, guys, calm down. Antigone, please. Creon, you may read your letter.
Dearest Antigone, I have seen you grow from child to woman and have always felt warmth toward you. We are of the same blood, the same family, yet you constantly challenge my heart with authority. I ask Antigone for an apology from you for challenging me, and I promise you will maintain your attitude in addiction to challenging me. Then I will forgive you, even despite the disgrace your father has brought upon his blood. Please, Antigone, make this right.
How dare you bring my father into this? As you remember, he had no control over what happened to him. You disrespected our family by refusing Polynices' burial. That was your choice. I am not addicted to challenging authority. I don't even like doing these things, but it doesn't matter because it needs to be done. I know what I believe in, and you will not change that.
Your father cursed your brothers to hell multiple times, child. I did Polynices no disservice. He sealed his own fate going after his father and then storming his own people. He deserves to be called a traitor.
All the more reason for a proper burial, uncle. I will do anything in my ability to protect my family.
Antigone, I am a king. I have no time for petty games like this. The law was not written for your brother, lest we remember he was only one of 7. Must I remind you the power a king must yield to keep his people calm and in line? That cannot be done with little brats like you running around doing whatever you want.
Okay, Creon, you must not resort to name calling here. Let's keep this as civil as possible.
Antigone, please, I don't want to be the only one left. I am so young, and you have so much to teach me. Please just apologize to Creon. It doesn't matter whether he was right or wrong, nor you. What matters is you live.
Where are your values, Miss Mamie? I fear for your soul.
Antigone, insulting does not make progress.
Fine. You want civil conversation? Creon, sometimes your career and your image are not the only things in life that matter. You had a duty as Polynices' uncle to honor him despite whatever curse may be put upon him, so that maybe he will still have a chance to make it to the underworld. Is Mamie? Yeah, you wussed out. But you know what? That's fine. What's not fine is you not sticking to who you are and your choices. You want to do right by this family? Stick to your honor and your level head. Don't let my actions or anyone else's change that.